Every morning, before millions of people even get out of bed, they reach for something. Not coffee, not breakfast, their phone. One tap becomes 5. 5 becomes 20. A quick check becomes 20 minutes, then 40. Then somehow, an hour disappears. And the strange part? Most people know it's happening. They know they're spending too much time scrolling, too much money on subscriptions, too much attention on apps they barely enjoy. Yet they keep coming back, again and again. Because in the modern economy, your addiction is not a side effect. It's the product, and it may be one of the most profitable businesses ever created. The world's largest companies don't simply compete for your money anymore. They compete for your habits, your routines, your impulses, your attention. And once they win those, the money tends to follow naturally. This wasn't always the case. For most of human history, businesses sold products. A baker sold bread. A merchant sold cloth. A blacksmith sold tools. The transaction was simple. You needed something. They provided it. Money changed hands. End of story. But over the last century, something changed. Businesses realized that selling a product once is good. Selling it repeatedly is better. And selling something people struggle to stop using? That's the dream. The first industries to master this were obvious: tobacco companies. For decades, cigarettes were marketed as glamorous, healthy, sophisticated. Which is a sentence that sounds completely absurd today. Doctors appeared in advertisements. Celebrities endorsed smoking. Entire campaigns were built around lifestyle rather than nicotine. And nicotine turned out to be one of the most addictive substances widely available. The business model was simple. Acquire customers once. Keep them for years, maybe decades. The economics were extraordinary. A customer wasn't worth one purchase. A customer was worth thousands of future purchases. Predictable, reliable, recurring. That word matters, recurring. Because recurring revenue is one of the most valuable things in business. Investors love it, companies love it, executives love it, and addiction is recurring revenue in its purest form. But tobacco was just the beginning. As technology evolved, businesses discovered something powerful. You don't necessarily need chemicals to create addictive behavior. Sometimes psychology is enough. In the 1950s, behavioral psychologist B.F. Skinner conducted experiments involving pigeons. The birds received rewards at random intervals, not every time, just sometimes. And something fascinating happened. The pigeons became obsessed. They pecked constantly, even when rewards were inconsistent. Especially when rewards were inconsistent. The uncertainty kept them engaged. Decades later, casinos perfected the same principle. Slot machines became some of the most profitable devices ever invented. Not because people won, because they occasionally won. The unpredictability was the feature, not the bug. And eventually, Silicon Valley noticed. Because smartphones and apps introduced something unprecedented. A casino in your pocket, available 24 hours a day, no travel required, no dress code, no closing time. Every notification became a tiny possibility. Maybe it's important. Maybe it's exciting. Maybe someone liked your post. Maybe someone messaged you. Maybe. And that uncertainty keeps people checking. The mechanism is remarkably similar. Variable rewards, intermittent reinforcement, tiny bursts of anticipation, repeated thousands of times. What once happened inside casinos now happens inside social media platforms, at global scale, every single day. And the numbers are staggering. The average person touches their phone thousands of times per day. Many spend several hours daily looking at screens. Entire industries now exist solely to maximize engagement. Not satisfaction, engagement. There's a difference, a very important difference, because satisfied customers often leave. Engaged customers stay. Imagine owning a restaurant. People arrive, eat dinner, leave happy, great business. Now imagine owning an app. People arrive, never leave. From a business perspective, the second option is incredibly attractive. Attention became the new oil, and companies rushed to extract it. The more attention they captured, the more advertisements they could show. The more advertisements they showed, the more money they earned. Simple equation. But hidden underneath was a strange incentive. The goal wasn't necessarily improving users' lives. The goal was maximizing time spent. If outrage worked, promote outrage. If controversy worked, promote controversy. If endless scrolling worked, create endless scrolling. Algorithms don't care why you're watching, only that you're watching. And that's where things become uncomfortable. Because many of the world's most successful products are designed around the same principle: reduce friction, increase repetition, create habit, repeat. Streaming services automatically play the next episode. Food delivery apps save payment details. Online shopping platforms recommend products continuously. Social media feeds never end. Every extra second creates economic value. Every extra click creates economic value. Every extra purchase creates economic value. And increasingly, companies optimize for all three. The irony is that many of these products genuinely improve life. Navigation apps save time. Streaming services provide entertainment. Online shopping offers convenience. Social media connects people. The products themselves aren't necessarily the problem. The incentives are. Because businesses naturally optimize for metrics that increase profits. If engagement generates revenue, engagement becomes the priority, even when excessive engagement may not benefit the user. This creates a fascinating conflict. What's good for the platform isn't always good for the customer. And what's good for the customer isn't always good for the platform. The tension never fully disappears. Then came subscriptions. And the game changed again. Historically, consumers paid once. Now consumers pay monthly. Music subscriptions, video subscriptions, gaming subscriptions, fitness subscriptions, cloud storage subscriptions, software subscriptions. Subscription businesses became Wall Street's favorite business model. Predictable revenue, reliable cash flow, reduced uncertainty. But from the consumer's perspective, something else happened. Small recurring charges became nearly invisible. $10 here, $12 there, $15 somewhere else. Individually insignificant, collectively enormous. And companies know this. The goal is often not making each payment feel large. The goal is making it feel forgettable. The less attention consumers pay to spending, the less resistance exists. Again, friction disappears. Again, spending increases. Again, recurring revenue grows. The pattern keeps repeating. What's remarkable is how widespread this model has become. Food, entertainment, technology, shopping, finance, gaming, attention. Many modern businesses aren't simply selling products anymore. They're selling routines. Because routines become habits. Habits become dependencies. And dependencies become revenue. The most valuable customer isn't necessarily the wealthiest customer. It's the customer who comes back automatically. Without thinking, without questioning, without stopping. Now, to be clear, not every habit is harmful. Humans depend on routines constantly. Morning coffee, exercise, learning, reading. Many habits improve life dramatically. The issue isn't habit formation itself. The issue is when business incentives encourage maximizing usage regardless of consequences. Because eventually, every addiction-based business faces the same question. At what point does engagement become exploitation? It's a difficult question, and there isn't always a clear answer. But history offers clues. Tobacco generated immense profits before public health concerns became impossible to ignore. Casinos remain heavily regulated because addiction risks are well understood. Now governments around the world are beginning to examine social media, gaming systems, online betting platforms, and algorithmic design through a similar lens. Not because technology is inherently bad, but because the economics are powerful, extremely powerful. Whenever human attention becomes monetized, someone will try to maximize its consumption. And artificial intelligence may accelerate this trend dramatically. Future systems won't merely understand consumer behavior. They'll predict it, adapt to it, personalize around it, potentially becoming more persuasive than anything we've seen before. Which brings us back to the uncomfortable truth at the center of this story. The modern economy increasingly rewards businesses that capture attention, shape habits, and encourage repetition. Not because executives are evil, not because consumers are weak, because the incentives point in that direction. And incentives have a habit of winning. The business of addiction isn't really about cigarettes, or casinos, or social media, or shopping. It's about something much bigger. It's about what happens when human psychology becomes one of the world's most valuable economic resources. And if the biggest companies on Earth continue competing for your attention, your habits, and your impulses, the real question isn't whether they'll get better at influencing behavior. They almost certainly will. The real question is how much influence society is comfortable allowing them to have. Because the future may not belong to the companies that sell the best products. It may belong to the companies that become the hardest to stop using. Like, share, and subscribe for more interesting videos. And comment below. What modern product do you think is designed to be the most addictive?